This is the Toyota Cross. Has a 169 horsepower engine, a 32 miles to the gallon claimed economy range, and starts around $25,000. And this is the hybrid version. Has the same engine with 3 electric motors for 196 horsepower, a claimed fuel economy average of 42 mpg, and starts around just under $30,000. We got the hybrid version to take a look at, and I see it's made in Huntsville, Alabama, for you guys who want to buy American. And here's our base price, but here, as always, our options that go along with it. Some useful and some rather silly. I'll let you freeze frame it if you want to read the whole thing. And the total tab of shipping. And for those who care about safety ratings, here's what they want to tell you. Looks pretty good to me. And here are the claimed fuel economy numbers. Very impressive if you can get it. We'll find out. That's what you're here for, right? So here it is. Bright red paint, just like the photo on the screen we saw. Nice looking vehicle. Side view. One thing I do not like right off the top, little pun there, top on the roof. These luggage carriers, don't like that. They create a lot of wind noise on the highway, and these roofs are very, very fragile. Aluminum and glass, and if the luggage hits the roof, you can do a lot of damage. If you need to carry a lot of luggage, you should get a bigger vehicle, I think. But that's me. Maybe you like this. I don't know. And the rear view. And Toyota wisely moved out of California to Texas. Very good decision. They shipped it all the way from there for here just for us. A couple things to point out. It's very, very hot in the desert here in August. Outside temperatures 115 degrees, and hybrids don't like hot temperatures, do not work efficiently. So the fuel economy numbers we might be getting will probably be lower than what you might get in a milder climate. And number two, when I picked up this vehicle, only 37 miles on the clock, right off the truck. So it needs some braking in as well. Again, the fuel economy numbers might not be close to the 42 mpg claimed, but we'll see. Since the sun's roasting me alive, I have to get in the shade here under a tree. So let's continue. One of the first things I do when I get a vehicle is check and see what brand of tires we're getting, because a lot of car makers are putting cheap garbage on to save money from weird countries I never heard of, brands I never heard of. These are 18-inch Goodyears, though. Good choice. Goodyear, good choice. A little pun there, get it? No complaints from me here. Second thing we do is check and see if there's a spare tire, which is usually not a case on a hybrid. By the way, there's 21.5 cubic feet of space back here with the second row seats up. Nope, just a cheesy tire repair kit. And some orange wires with a couple jillion volts, so you shouldn't be touching. Looks like some bare metal there. Not going to touch that. That's why we have our tire repair kit in this box. Saved my butt quite a few times. You might want to get one too. And third thing we do is take the headlights out in the dark and do a night drive, see how the headlights perform. Only seems to be one big bulb in there. We'll take this out tonight, do a road test on this. I already posted that video on YouTube. We'll have a link for that in this video. So you get 2 videos for the price of one, daytime and nighttime. Like most Corollas, we get a CVT transmission. Yeah, no, they suck. But at least the ones in the Toyotas are a bit more reliable than we get in some other car makers. And small economy cars from Toyota, just what we have to get. The glove box size is large enough, but you have to take out all those Toyota manuals to get any room, and there's an awful lot of reading to do in there. I say put them back in the storage area underneath the spare tire cover, or non-spare tire cover. Get them out of the way, you're not going to read them anyway. The climate control system is easy to use. A few buttons, a few knobs. Even a monkey could use it. Maybe Kamala too. Political joke. I'm not supposed to do that. The infotainment screen's large enough for me. Radio station's easy to program. Nice camera system. Almost forgot you have a drive mode switch. You do sport, normal, or eco driving. And the transmission can be shifted manually, if you so desire, by tossing the stick over to the left, like so. Enough show and tell, let's do some driving. The power steering, pretty good feedback. A bit heavier than most two-wheel drive Corollas. This is an all-wheel drive because of the extra motors rather. Turning circle's pretty tight. I heard the tire scrubbing, so it's about as tight as you can get. While the hybrid has only 27 more horsepower than the standard Toyota Cross, that plus the all-wheel drive gives a lot better acceleration. Around 7.5 seconds versus 9.5 seconds. It's got decent pickup. Although you have to listen to that droning of the CVT. You put it in sport mode. I just had this in normal mode, which I do from all my driving. Seems to pick up a bit better. Why are you doing sport mode? You wanted economy, that's why you bought a hybrid, right? Very nice brakes, by the way. Day 2 of driving, got the mileage up to 186 miles thus far. Far from break-in. However, as far as fuel economy goes, Phase 1, city commuting, was 35 mpg. Reset the computer. Day 2, went a highway trip for 117 miles. And we were just flooring it. Didn't care about economy, going quick, passing everybody on the road. Extreme heat. To see the worst fuel economy we could get. And this is the worst we're going to see, 30.4 mpg. Which is about what you get on the non-hybrid when you're driving carefully. More to come. In the first part of this video, our fuel economy was pretty bad because number one, the engine isn't broken in. Number two, it's been very hot in the daytime, 115, 117 degrees. And I had a lead foot, was in a hurry. Here we got around 225 miles on the engine, so we're getting break-in period. Number two, it's very cool tonight, around 83 degrees. And number three, we're going to take a highway trip. Just put the cruise control on. Take a nice cruise to see the best fuel economy numbers we can get. And I think whatever we see is going to be the best we're ever going to get. So, stick around. The highway mileage on this trip, 114 miles, was 38.7 mpg. It can be done. So what's my opinion about this vehicle after a week of driving? Well, it's a Toyota, it's a Corolla, it'll last forever, built well. A good buy, but what you have to ask yourself, is it worth the extra $4,500 to get the hybrid version or the non-hybrid version? And how much driving will you have to do in gas savings for it to pay for itself? I did the math so you don't have to. In figuring gas at $3.50 a gallon, you would have to drive 167,000 miles to break even. Of course, beyond that, even though you're home free, you have the nagging worry of how long these motors and batteries are going to last on the hybrid system. They're not cheap to replace. And I'm not figuring any resale value you might get from this being the hybrid over the non-hybrid. So whether it's worth the extra $4,500 to go hybrid over the non-hybrid, that's something you'll have to decide for yourself. Personally, I prefer the non-hybrid, but that's just me. Take your pick. Now coming up, our headlight test and night drive video. You might as well watch it. You're already here.